All right, hello and welcome back to the Bob Cave. We're here for season 4, episode number 19 of my old school universe mode. We're back at it live. We're about to kick off with WWF Primetime Wrestling. This one is, of course, from April the 23rd, 1991. Hmm, Excuse me. We're going to start things off. Before we do, this is the go home edition of Primetime before we get to Saturday night's main event. All right, let's do this. Starting things off, it is hosted by Vince McMahon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. And match number one, let's start. Match number one, we got the Texas Tornado taking on Haku along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, is going to win by DQ when Bobby the Brain interferes. We get an update with Mean Gene Okerlund. And then Jim Cole, what is it? Jim Coleheap takes on the Berserker, and the Berserker wins. The Berserker, of course, has Mr. Fuji in his corner. Tugboat live on set. So Tugboat is a guest on the set today. One of the few. Match 3, we have Louis Spicoli taking on Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat. And the Dragon is going to win this one. Then we have the Event Center with Sean Mooney. And then Mr. Perfect is on the set. Match 4, we have the Orient Express along with Mr. Fuji taking on Dale Wolf and Jim Evans. And here they're taking on Humberto and Butch. And the Orient Express are going to win. Match number 5, we have Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, along with Winston, his Bulldog, taking on Ivar. And we are going to play this one as the British Bulldog. As always, I want to take this time to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. And if you haven't done so already, hey man, down below, that's where you're going to find me, the B-O-B, baby. Like I said, thanks for joining me, and thank you all you community creators out there, past, present, future, then, now, and forever, for keeping the thing going, baby. Here we go. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, and Ivar, the big man Ivar, going against Davey Boy. Davey Boy starting off right away with a military press slam, showing off that awesome strength to Ivar. Drop kick. Ivar running right in. Ivar, the much bigger of the two, but Davey Boy will not let that stop him. Davey Boy, vertical suplex up and over. And Davey going to work. Military press again. No, gorilla press slam. Davey Boy just having his way right now with Ivar. Flying body splash connecting. And Davey Boy working him over. Clubbing blows to the back. Davey in complete control right now. Ivar has not put up any offense. Irish whip off the ropes. Davey ducks. Davey at the leapfrog, showing off that athleticism. And a toss up by Davey Boy Smith. And Davey taunting. Running clothesline by the British Bulldog. And Bulldog now from the middle rope. Nailed it from the middle turnbuckle. A missile drop kick. Davey now. Set him up, atomic drop, yes. And Davey in control. Wrapped his arms overhead, belly to belly suplex. Davey in control, hammering away now on Ivar. And Davey Boy, what's he going for? A pile driver! Connecting. Davey hoisting him up. It's running power slam time. Yes. And a kick out from the mighty Ivar. And Davey just going to work. Davey vertical suplex, showing off that awesome strum stolen with him. Ivar up, and Ivar driven down to the mat. And Ivar rolling to the floor. Ivar out there taunting. Ain't gonna help him none. Ivar back in the ring, needed a gut on Davey. Irish whip, a power slam off the ropes. Ivar going for a cover, looking for a quick win. Just a 1 count, Davey Boy Smith. Not enough damage done to the British Bulldog yet to do any kind of damage to him. Counter by Ivar. Into a sit-down spine buster. And Ivar in control right now. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, springboard moonsault. Connected. And a Bulldog kicking out at 2. What a move. What a move by Ivar. And Ivar bringing the Bulldog back in. Up and over suplex. Davey out of the way. And Davey again hooking him, that pile driver. One more time. Ivar cut above his right eye. And one more time, Davey gonna set him up. Running power slam connecting. And the British Bulldog finishing off Ivar. The much bigger man. Just when Ivar thought he had him, the Bulldog finished him off with that pile driver. And then finally the running power slam. There you look at it. The pile driver, the power slam. Right here, that springboard. That moonsault from the middle rope with athleticism by Ivar. But the pile driver right here, the one that split him up and right above his right eye. And then the running power slam, finally finishing off Ivar. It took 2, but the Bulldog knew what to do. 3.5-star matchup. Let's exit here and move on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, next up we got the Powers of Pain along with Slick taking on the Rockers. And the Powers of Pain are going to win this one by countout. Yes, you heard me right. The Powers of Pain victorious by countout. What's up, the Wrestling Messiah? I hope all is well. Alright, Brutus the Barber Beefcake is the next in-studio guest here on Primetime. And match number 7, we got Barrio taking on Greg the Hammer Valentine. We got Commander Aziz here. And Valentine is going to win this one with the figure 4. After that, we got the Barbarian. Should have Bobby the Brain with him. I screwed up to not put Heenan with him. Taking on Montez Ford. He's actually supposed to be taking on Steven DeLeon. I'm good, man. I ain't got no complaints on here streaming on a nice Sunday afternoon. Getting it in, my friend. Alright, after that, after the Barbarian victorious there, match number 9, we have The Undertaker. And he's taking on Steven DeLeon. I'm sorry. Barbarian took on Rob Allen. I jumped ahead a little bit there. My bad. Undertaker here, taking on Cruz del Toro. Alright, and here we go. Undertaker, the Dead Man. Taking on Cruz. I said it should be Steven DeLeon. But instead we got Cruz, so let's do it. Undertaker with the knee lift already starting off fast against Cruz del Toro. Spinning back kick to the gut by Cruz. Knee drop to the arm. And a knee to the face. Stomp to the back. Cruz standing shooting star. Cruz waiting for Taker to get up. Undertaker sidestepping him there. High risk, no reward. Shot to the gut. Taker knee lift again. On the floor. Oh, sidewall slam on the outside. There's only a rug covering up that concrete. And immediately you see it did damage on Cruz. Undertaker, bat suplex just launched him there. And a shoulder claw is locked in now by the Phenom, the dead man. Taker jumping leg drop. Driving that elbow right in the heart of Cruz. Now the dead man from the middle rope. Flying body splash. One more time. Another splash. Cruz is in trouble. As the Undertaker works him over. Undertaker's setting him up. Wrenching the arm. Could be time for some old school. The dead man walking the top ropes. And driving it down. That could be it right now on Cruz. The Undertaker going for the pin. The pin. The pin, baby. Undertaker, big throat thrust. Taking Cruz down. Del Toro in a lot of pain. And the Undertaker going right back to work on him. Elbow drop to the spine. And the dead man has been nothing but relentless in this matchup. Knee lift. Undertaker shot to the gut. Counter by Cruz. Shot to the gut by Cruz. Returning the favor. A Spanish fly. A standing Spanish fly to the dead man. Knee to the spine. And a knee lift. Standing shooting star again. Cruz looking to make a comeback here. Undertaker got the knees up. Undertaker hoisted him up. Tombstone. It's the Tombstone. Good night. Referee in position. 1, 2, 3. Good night. Undertaker putting him away with the Tombstone pile driver. And after the match, Undertaker, of course, uses a body bag and puts Cruz in it, baby. Undertaker driving down his opponent, right on his head, spiking him 1, 2, and 3. And the dead man, victorious. Here on Primetime Wrestling. After this matchup, we get a vignette from a new superstar coming to the WWE, IRS, Irwin R. Shyster. And then match number 10, we have Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on the Genius, and Hacksaw wins that match. Now, after that 2.5-star match, we're going to head over to WCW World Championship Wrestling. We're going to set that show up, and we're going to play 2 matches on that. World Championship Wrestling, of course, this episode is dated 4/20/1991. All right. on to the next show. And as you see, Saturday night's main event right around the corner. Coming up at the end of the week. All right, let's set this one up. It is going to be a tag team matchup. But right here, we're going Sting and Luger. All right, Sting and Lex taking on Joaquin. Let's get Joaquin and Mace. Why not? All right, match number 2. We have Wildfire, Tommy Rich, Dr. Foe taking on the one-man gang. All right. Match number 3, we got the Mastodon, Big Van Vader in action. Took on Veer last week. Don't want to beat him up this week. We'll go with Angel. All right, next up we got Nikita Koloff in action. Take Nikita. I don't let that. There we go. Humberto. Worse for me. All right, then we got a big 6-man tag featuring Big Josh and the Young Pistols. All right, Big Josh. The Young Pistols, that would be Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong. All right, let's see who we can get over here on this side. That's they're pretty deadly. And Giovanni Vinci. Works for me, all right. And then, yes, our main event here is going to be a big-time tag team matchup featuring Terrence Taylor and Larry Zbyszko teaming up to take on. All right, let's get them first. Larry and Terry. All right, Larry and Terry taking on Dustin Rhodes and Ricky Morton. All right, Ricky Morton here. All right, let's start it off. Let's get into this show. This is WCW World Championship Wrestling from April the 20th, 1991. Let's do it. Jim Ross and Paul Heyman are your hosts. Paul E. Dangerously. Let's simulate this first one. Sting and the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Lex Luger teaming up to take on Joaquin Wilde and Mace. They actually take on Mike Samples and Joe Cruz. Sting and the Total Package are going to get the win here. After that, we got the one-man gang, along with Teddy Long and Kevin Sullivan, taking on Tommy Wildfire Ridge with JYD. I did not put the managers, and I got Sullivan and I got JYD. That's on me. Effective. But one-man gang, he wins this match very quickly. He attacks JYD after the match, and then Ron Simmons comes to the aid of the Junkyard Dog. Match number 3, we got Big Van Vader taking on Jeff Sword. Vader is going to win. He's taking on Angel here. Vader going to dominate the competition as he's been doing. Next up, we got Nikita Koloff taking on Humberto. We are going to play this one. Nikita's actually taking on Rob Morgan. But let's play it. We're playing as the Bigger Russian. Bigger Russian, Nikita Koloff, Adoladai. All right. Let's get ready to do it. Nikita. Humberto. L-I-V-E, live, baby. Let's do it. And Humberto walking right in to an assault from Nikita. Big forearm by Nikita. Ever since his return, Nikita Koloff has been nothing but dominant and impressive, picking up right where he left off. Hangman neckbreaker, no, forearm to the back of the head. And Nikita already in control. Double ass by Koloff. Running knee. He is just dominating Humberto right now. Fist drop. He split him open. Humberto finally with the counter. Not for long. Standing shooting star. Countered by Nikita. Nikita slamming him down. Driving his head back with the knees. Locked in that forearm again. And Nikita now just playing with the man. Just toying with him. Backbreaker by Koloff. There's that forearm again. Nobody home. Knee to the face. And Nikita now chucking the man out. Nikita missing a shoulder thrust in the corner. And Humberto missing a dropkick. Koloff gonna make him pay here. Going for a backbreaker. No. Counter by Humberto into a DDT. Nice counter by Humberto. Trying to make a comeback now. The young man Humberto looking for Nikita to get up. Koloff up on his feet. Koloff nails him with that sickle on the floor. Nikita sidestepped him and sickled him. Spinning back kick. And a standing shooting star on the floor by Humberto. Koloff capturing and seizing control, throwing him into the steel guardrail outside. That rail has no giving. No giving it at all. Nikita again with the forearm. From the middle rope, flying elbow drop by Koloff. Spinning back kick again by Humberto. Koloff counters him. Counter by Humberto again. Took too long, DDT. Humberto working the arm now. Overhand shot. And Humberto threw his head first. Beat his head in the corner. Humberto with the springboard. Yes, driving him up and over. Beautiful arm drag. Humberto with the cover after that arm drag. One. Just a one. Nikita kicking out. Humberto going back to work. Left arm this time. Stomping the back of the tricep. Standing shooting star again. Nailed it. He nailed it that time. And Nikita back on his feet immediately, throwing him into the steel steps. And breaking the referee's count. Counter by Humberto. Counter by Nikita. Counter by Humberto again. Counter by Nikita. These two men back and forth. Humberto counters, kick to the leg. Nikita back in. Jumping DDT again. Hit it too soon that time. Got a two on Nikita. Nikita kicking out. Irish whip into the corner. Nikita just drilled him. Russian sickle. Good night. Nikita put him down with that sickle. He can hit it out of anywhere and drop any man with it. And he just showed you right there how impressive that sickle can be. Humberto never seen it coming. And referee in perfect position, 1, 2, and 3. And there you have it, your winner, Nikita Koloff. Very impressive since his return. 3.5-star matchup for Koloff. Alright, Jim Ross interviews Nikita after the match. And we are going to play the 6-man tag as the Young Pistols and Big Josh. Ha ha ha. Alright, here we go. We got the Young Pistols. Steve Armstrong, Tracy Smothers, and Big Josh taking on Pretty Deadly and Giovanni Vinci. 6-man tag. Like I said, Big Josh and the Pistols were actually taking on Magnum Force and Chuck Coates. Alright, here we go. Ah, shit, had the entrance on, damn it. I fucked up. But it's all gravy, baby. Alright, here we are. Smothers starting off against Elton Prince, and Prince eating that hip toss right away. Driving the elbow down. Irish whip into the corner. Here we go, counter. Throwing him over the top rope. And attacking the Big Josh. Josh going after Vinci and Kit. Drop kick on Kit. Drop kick on Vinci. Shoulder thrust. Big Josh taking them both down. Trying to break the referee's count. Stunner. A guillotine. Prince back in. Overhead belly to belly by Big Josh. Double leg takedown. And some big rights. A tackle by Josh. And Irish whip back to the far side. And Big Josh back in control. Letting go of that abdominal stretch. See you later, Kit. Drop toe hold. Elton being dominated thus far. Caught. Belly to belly. A side belly to belly. Here's the pin. Smothers in. Big Josh going to work on Prince. See you later, Kit. Drop kick. And Big Josh has him down. Hitting the ropes. Driving him down with that seated senton. Sorry, ref. Get the hell out of my way. Pulling him away from the ropes. And Kit immediately in, making a save. Steve Armstrong throwing him over the top rope to the floor. Armstrong. Smothers Irish whip into the corner. And Smothers pulling him back into a fireman carry. Running, spinning uppercut. Smothers, monkey flip, nailed it. And Smothers unloading some offense now. A counter by Prince. And to a sit-down powerbomb from the corner. Needed a face, both men. Jacking for position here. Rolling him up. Went for that backhand blow, nobody home. Caught him with a clothesline to the back of the head. Saito suplex. Ah, oh, rope break. Big Josh back on his feet. Smothers, beautiful roll up there. Armstrong nailed in the back of the head. Big Josh overhead belly to belly. Right into that back elbow. Fat body drop by Smothers. And there you go, the Young Pistols and Big Josh with the win. A lot going on there. Let's look at some highlights. That beautiful back body drop by Smothers, taking down Alton Prince. Giovanni trying to make the save, but Steve Armstrong had it scouted and had his partners back as usual. Big Josh and the Young Pistols victorious here on WCW. 3.5-star matchup. After this one, we have a tag team matchup with Terrence Taylor and Larry Zbyszko taking on Dustin Rhodes and Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, rock and roll forever, baby, rock and roll will never die. And Dustin Rhodes and Ricky win by disqualification when Mr. Hughes attacks. And Bobby Eaton attempts to help, but he fails. Now we're going to head over to WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling. Alright, we're going to set it up, and then I'm going to go get a refill real quick, and I'll be right back. You know what? That kind of works. Brian and Diaz will be the first match, but not against Chino. So, let's see. There we go. We'll take on the prototype here. Okay, then we got Chris Adams in action. Not against Ric Flair, though. Didn't want to customize the match. Need to change the participants. There, I want to go. T-Bar works for me. Alright. And then the main event, we got a tag team matchup. We got Iceman King Parsons. And the tag team partner he selected here is someone who's big, bad, and on his side here. Let's get the Iceman first. Iceman King Parsons. A special partner here. I believe I downloaded one. Let's see. Yes, I did. Alright, sweet. Alright, Bruiser Brody back in World Class Championship Wrestling to help out his buddy, Iceman King Parsons. Alright, one-man gang here. Let's see who we got. Yeah, we'll go Uncle Howdy. How about that? Okay. Works for me. It's actually Maniac Mark Lewin. We don't have a Mark Lewin, so hey, we're making it work with what we got. Alright. So that is that. This show is set. I'll be right back. And we're going to play that first match here as Brian and Diaz. And then fear not, we got one more show to set up and one more match to play for UWF. And that one, I'm expecting that match to be somewhat of a barn burner, if you will. So stay tuned. I'm not going to show my hand yet, but we'll get on World Class once I come back. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I am back, Jack. My apologies for the delay. Oh, but I kind of whoop ass. Alright, let's start this show. This is World Class Championship Wrestling. This is from August the 31st, 1985. John Tatum is taking on the Texas Heavyweight Champion, Brian Adias. Let's play this one here. That's Brian Adias. And alright, here we go. We got the prototype filling in for John Tatum. All good in the hood. Let's get at it. Alright, here we go. And prototype starting off, running clothesline by the prototype. The young man, very motivated here. Elbows to the gut. Brian Adias with a counter. Adias, monkey flip. And Adias looking for no jawbreaker there by the prototype. Prototype running DDT, taking down Brian Adias. Stomping on the tricep. And going right to work now, stretching the leg. Adias backflip and a monkey flip. And the prototype again with the counter. Counter by Adias. Adias drop kick. And the prototype back in. Adias unloading with some strikes. Gut wrench suplex, yes, connecting. Adias going for a pin. Referee in position. 1. Adias, big hip toss. And a counter by the prototype. Needed a face. And a back body drop. And Adias hammering away now. Adias swinging neckbreaker. Would that be enough? And a kick out by the prototype. Brian Adias with a near fall there. After that beautiful swinging neckbreaker. And he was going for a prototype with the counter. Prototype, side Russian leg sweep. And counter by Adias. Adias, small package, here he goes. And a kick out by the prototype. Measuring him, driving that elbow down. Gut wrench suplex. Prototype flipping him right over. What awesome strength. And the Prototype with that bad suplex side slam. Ideas kicking out. A near fall on Brian Ideas. And he missed that flying elbow drop. Counter by Prototype. Both men thinking clothesline. Prototype connecting. Fat body drop. And a spine buster. And a counter by Ideas. Ideas again with that small package. Referee in position. And Ideas got him. Brian Ideas pulling off the win. Alright, let's look at some highlights there from that last one. That beautiful swinging neck breaker. Connecting. That bad suplex side slam. And right here, the small package finally finishing off the Prototype with the 1, the 2, and 3. The Prototype in disbelief as the Texas Heavyweight Champion Brian Ideas makes short work of the young man, the Prototype. 3.5-star matchup. Let's exit here. We're going to sim the rest of the show, and then we're going to head into UWF and set that up and play a championship match over there. All right, next up, Bill Mercer reports on Mike Von Erich's toxic shock syndrome. Yes. Very sad case here. If you don't know about it, you need to look into it. Mike Von Erich, yeah, suffered from toxic shock syndrome after an injury, catching staph infection basically at the hospital. Some sad stuff here. Next up, we got one half of the American Tag Team Champions, Chris Adams, taking on Scott Casey with Sunshine. Casey wins by DQ, but hey, we're going to have Adams win here because we don't have a Scott Casey. So after that, we got match 3, Maniac Mark Lewin, along with the one-man gang in a tag team matchup, taking on Bruiser Brody and the one-man gang. We got Captain Howdy instead of Maniac Mark. And Brody and Iceman are going to win this one by DQ. All right, let's go ahead and set up UWF now. All right. UWF. All right, let's set up the show. All right, so basically the first 2 matches we don't even have to do because we don't have none of these people. So, all right, didn't even realize that. Okay, works for me. Okay, so we got Sting and Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, challenging the current UWF Tag Team Champions. And they are the Fantastic. Sting, you see a 99 on here. Sting has been on fire here in the UWF. Been nearly unbeatable. Alright, taking on Bobby Fulton, Tommy Rogers, the current Tag Team Champions of the world. Yes. Oh, no. Not the world class. Nope. We want those to UWF. There we go. Alright. After that, we got, yes, Rick Steiner in action. All right, Rick Steiner. Rick Steiner with his manager, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. All right, taking on some enhancement. Let's do Shanky. We've seen him already. Okay, and then our main event. All right, we got Kamala. Kamala taking on Coco Beware. And Coco has Hacksaw Jim Duggan in his corner. All right. Let's start the show, baby. This is UWF. Episode number 20, I believe? 19 or 20? Hold on. Yeah, episode number 20 of UWF. And it's from August the 2nd, 1986. Let's start this show. Hosted by Jim Ross and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. First match is Broadway Joe Malcolm taking on Jeff Gaylord. Jeff Gaylord gets the win. Michael P.S. Hayes interviews Bill Watts and Ted DiBiase. Match 2, we have Hollywood John Tatum along with Missy Hyatt taking on Brett Wayne Sawyer. And Hollywood Tatum is going to get the win. And match 3, we have the UWF Tag Team titles on the line as Sting and Eddie Gilbert challenge the Fantastics for those titles. Cue up Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top, and the Fantastics make their way to the ring. The current UWF Tag Team Champions putting the gold on the line here against Sting and Hot Stuff. And they got Missy Hyatt and John Tatum in their corner. Sting and Eddie Gilbert, that is. Alright, here we are. Sting and Hot Stuff challenging for the UWF Tag Team titles. And Blade Runner Sting sidestepping. Stinger countered. Irish Whip pull back right into a shoulder block. Tommy Rogers now setting him up. Bear hug. Hot Stuff in. Drop kick by Gilbert. Needed a face by Sting. Big right counter. Rogers taking control. Stinger with the counter. Sting now working him over. And Sting double ass to the back. Irish Whip running clothesline by Sting in the corner. And Stinger now hammering away on Tommy Rogers. Fulton taken out. Sting going for a cover. And a kick out by Rogers. Fist drop, nobody home. Eddie looking to get a cheap shot in. Short arm clothesline. Kick to the gut by Rogers. Hot Stuff preventing that from happening. Counter on Sting. Irish Whip pulled back into a shoulder block. And he's going to make the tag. He's trying. I need a face. Gilbert's split open. And Gilbert's pissed. Stinger going after. Fulton in the ring. Gilbert. DDT. And a kick out in the ring by Tommy Rogers as Sting works him over again. Eddie thinking DDT on the floor. Stinger with that. Oh, Jesus. Stinger with that Scorpion Death drop. And a kick out. Stinger rolling him up the cradle. Right into a boot. A hot tag made. In comes Bobby Fulton. And now Eddie Gilbert right in. Fulton tossing him with a powerbomb. Sting in. Sting. Power slam. And Gilbert with a wind up and a big uppercut right by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Power slam by Fulton. Stinger in. Stinger thrown out. Fulton. Flapjack DDT. A reverse DDT there. And Fulton now hammering away on it. Eddie Gilbert. Going right back to work on that cut of Gilbert's. Hot Stuff kicking out. Sting bringing in Tommy. Bicycle kick. A bicycle kick again. Elbow drop. Sting back in into a spine buster. And the referee hasn't even begun to count out Tommy Rogers yet. Don't know what she was waiting on. Gilbert going for a suplex. No, Rogers for the counter. Rogers. Gourd buster. A suplex counter by Rogers. And Stinger throwing him back in the ring. Drop kick. Stinger running knee to the face. Stinger gonna put him in the Scorpion Deathlock. Gilbert with the shoulder drops on the pin. And a kick out. Pull back into a hip toss. Rolling out to the floor. Gilbert out after him. Senton to the floor. And a counter. Hot Stuff thinking about finishing him. Enziguri. Hot Stuff thrown back in the ring. Small package. Stinger taken out. Get out of here. Oh, jeez. I shouldn't have switched up this thing. God damn it. It's all good. We're going to sim and have Hot Stuff and Sting win. Let's look at some highlights there. Sting toss him with that belly-to-belly overhead. Tommy Rogers in trouble. Reverse DDT. The drop kick there by Bobby Fulton. A DDT, that's the one I finished off Hot Stuff. Drove him right down. Planted him with that DDT. 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, we simming, so it doesn't even matter. 4-star match. Doesn't matter. We're going to sim Sting. Hot Stuff will get the win. Yeah, Sting and Eddie Gilbert victorious. Then we get the Fabulous Freebirds with their rendition of The Boys Are Back in Town. Match 4, we have Rick Steiner along with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, one half of the new UWF Tag Team Champions, taking on Shanky. He's actually taking on Ken Macy. Rick Steiner going to get the win. And then match 5, we got Kamala along with Skandar Akbar taking on Koko B. Ware with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And we are just going to sum this one. This one ended with a TV time limit. We'll see who wins. Koko B. Ware getting the win along with Hacksaw Jim Duggan in his corner. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for episode number 19, season 4 of my Old School Universe mode. Stay tuned as my next episode will be the Saturday night's main event. This one will be from April 27th, 1991. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the next show on my universe mode. And until we meet again, my friends, I want to thank you for all your community creations. The past, the present, the future, then, now, and forever. Can't thank you guys enough. I also want to thank all you guys out there for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, down below, hey, that's where you're going to find me, the B.O.B. Thank you guys for commenting. The Wrestling Messiah, as always. Good chatting with you. Until we meet again, my friends, this is the Bob, signing out.